Hey guys, welcome back to Phil Plays TCG. Today we are going to be going over the upcoming release event for Set 4 Ultra Limit that should be happening or starting this weekend. It's basically pre-release. I don't know, I guess they changed the name of it, but it is the official pre-release party. Basically, where you get access to the new set a week early, play with the new cards, get some cool promos, stuff like that, and I am super excited to start playing with these cards. But let's talk about what to expect from the event and some cards you probably want to be on the lookout for when building your decks and kind of going over the basics of that. So if you like Fusion World content like this, make sure to hit that like button and make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 2,500 subs and we're getting there little by little every single day. And I really appreciate any and all support you guys are willing to give. Let's try to get this video to 50 likes. That would be awesome. Share this with your friends if they are interested in playing in the release event this weekend. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so basically, what is the release event? Release event is essentially, like I said, you are able to get your hands on the product a whole week early. Typically, this is your chance to buy boxes early and get access to these cards before a lot of other people do. So it starts this weekend and goes on until next weekend. Basically, stores will be able to host these events. It is essentially a small tournament, but the key thing here is you only are able to build your decks with cards that come in the set. Basically, most stores will do this. Most stores are following the new trend of you get 4 packs of cards, you build a 30-card deck with the cards in the deck, in your packs, and then you start playing from there. You may use leaders from the new set if you pull one, or you're able to use any leader from the previous sets. So it does give you a bit of flexibility when it comes to your leader. But when it comes to building your deck, you are going to be limited to what cards you get in your packs. Certain stores, like mine, think the 4-pack thing is stupid. 4 packs is not enough to build a proper deck. So we opted for the 6 packs instead. So we have a little bit more options when it comes to our deck building. But there's also, depending on which store you're at, they may say, oh, every energy you play is considered rainbow energy, so it doesn't matter the composition of what colors you put into your deck. While some stores may require you, like, no, each card you have to pay its specified energy cost to play it, so that might change up how you want to build your decks. I think that's why I like the 6-pack thing better, because it just gives you more of a card pool to work with. You have a better chance of getting some good stuff, or you have better chance of pulling more of a certain color if you want to focus on a particular color. But basically, you are going to be playing a best of 1. Rounds are 20 minutes each. At the end of time, you can either do 5 minutes or up to 3 additional turns. But basically, that's kind of the rundown. Now, the pricing. First place is going to be getting a gold stamped Goku promo card that will be given out at the event. These are brand new promos that are going to be pretty neat in my opinion, but the winner will be getting a gold stamped version. This Goku is pretty neat, but we'll actually, yeah, why not? It's a 3-cost 25k body blocker. On play, if you place a card from your energy into your drop area this turn, draw 1 card. That's pretty neat. Obviously, that is green Vegeta support. Participation pricing. Everyone is going to be getting a non-gold stamped version of this card. Typically, tournament kits have enough for 8 to 16 of these participation packs. So if you are in a smaller locals, you might be getting more of these cards. On top of that, you each are given a promotional pack volume 4, which will come with 3 cards per pack, which is super cool. And from what I've gathered, the cards that are going to be in the promo pack here are one of these 5. We have Majin Buu Kid, a 4-cost 30k body. that activate main once per turn. You may KO up to one of your battle cards, choose it to one of your opponent's rest mode battle cards, and cannot switch to active mode during your opponent's next turn. For the new yellow boo support, of course, we have Black Baby, 3 cost 20k body with 10k combo. On play, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Brainwashed or Machine Mutant and its special traits, and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. This is pretty neat in my opinion. It's just more, Black Baby support. These are pretty much going to be all around the new archetypes that are releasing in set 4. We've already gone over the Goku, and looks like, you're going to get the gold one there. Next, you have 4 cost 30k, 0 combo power, Go Tanks. Critical, which is huge. On play, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Place the top 2 cards of your deck into the drop area. Then, if you have 10 or more cards in your drop, draw 1. Similar to the other SS3 Go Tanks, you have to mill the top 2, which will help with the Gohan archetype, but you get to draw an additional card, and you have a 30k crit body. That is pretty good in my opinion. And finally, we have Vegeta Mini from the Daima Show. 3 cost 20k body with 10k combo. On play, if your leader has Daima in its card name, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 15k power for the turn. That's an okay ability. But basically, yeah, these are the cards you're going to be getting. You could be getting in your packs. I like to run my tournaments with you being able to use the card given to you, as well as any of the promo cards you're given. So I do believe that's all we're getting. I think we might be getting a blue Daima Goku card as well. But yeah, that's just basically the promotional stuff you will be getting for participating in the tournament. And yeah, let's go over some cards you may want to look out for in your packs for this release event. All right, so we are going to be going over some of the better leaders I think that you should be running in your pre-release event, as well as a couple cards that I think you should be on the lookout for to add to your deck to help out in the long run here. So we'll start off here. These are just some of the three of the better leaders I think are generically good in this format. You have Yellow Frieza from the Star Deck, which is... First and foremost, the Star Deck leaders are almost all very, very good. They're just very, very good generic cards and generic leaders. But Frieza specifically allowing you to restand 2 of your battle cards each and every turn, protecting your board, because in pre-release, when you can't really build your deck with every single card available to you, you want to protect your board pieces, and Frieza is going to do a very good job of that. Of course, we have Vegeta here. Vegeta is the best blue leader currently in the game right now, being a 35k swinger on the backside as long as you have 7 or less cards in hand, which is very, very possible in pre-release. So just being able to swing 35 into your opponent and unless they have a super combo in hand, that attack is more than likely going to be going through. So it's a very good leader if you're just looking to power through. Next, we have the Goku Daima leader, which will be available in the starter decks releasing this Friday. So it will be usable in this event. It's a really, really good card leader because of its once per turn ability, allowing you to power up one of your battle cards by 5k while minusing one of your opponent's battle cards by 5k. So if you're looking to take care of an opponent's card on the board, this leader will allow you to basically get a free 10k boost by minusing their card by 5k and buffing one of your cards by 5k. It cannot buff up your leader. It is just a battle card on your board, but I think that is very, very useful. Next up, we have a couple more leaders I really like. Starter Deck Bardock here. It's just a solid card, being able to be a 25k swinger on attack and activate battle. You can look at the top card of your deck. So even if you're not going to get any Bardock screw cards, so its other ability isn't really going to matter, but it allows you to look at the top card of your deck, and if it's a good card, or if it's a good card, keep it on top. If it's a bad card, bottom deck it. But this does allow you to kind of help predict help plan for your next turn while swinging in for 25, which is super cool. Green Androids is a solid pick in my opinion, because once you get to 6 energy, which it's just very easy to do in these type of formats, you're going to be swinging in with a 30k leader every turn. And like I said with Vegeta, unless your opponent has a super combo in hand or they're willing to drop 2 cards at least, this is going to be very impactful. And then next we have Blue Trunks. I always like Blue Trunks in this format because of his ability to bounce battle cards with a cost of 3 or less. A lot of people are going to be running low to the ground cards. That's just easier to play. And Trunks is going to be able to hit those cards and disturb your opponent's tempo, as well as take advantage of a lot of your cards that have on-play abilities. So I think Trunks has a suitable place here in the format. Next, we have possible leaders, cards that you may want to run if you pull enough of their support in the set. I think these two are the best 2 leaders out of the set, or I guess most likely to be usable in this format. I love Boo, I love Gohan, but just they're not it, unfortunately. I think you have to pull way too many of their cards. But Black Baby here, as long as you pull a lot of Machine Mutants or Brainwash cards, this leader may be viable to you, because you are able to combo with your Rest Mode Machine Mutants and Brainwash cards. Solid picks. Then you have your Son Goku, the Ultra Instinct card. It allows you to choose a battle card on your opponent's board or your board during battle, and you get to copy its power. So essentially, your opponent swings in with a 30k body. You choose that card. Your leader's now a 30k. You combo 1 card. You're out of it. You're always able to swing out of your opponent's biggest attack, but you can only do that once per turn. You also can't draw. So this one's less likely to be useful, but depending on if you pull enough red, good cards for its archetype, I think there's still a universe where you can play this leader, but it's a little unlikely. Now we're going to be going over the best cards to pull. We'll start over here with this Jiren here. Something I forgot to mention in the very first part of the video is your leader has every character trait. Your leader is going to have every character trait, and it's going to be considered any leader. As far as that's how we've always done it. So with this Jiren here, this very good Jiren, 6 cost 40k body. This card cannot be removed from the battle area by your opponent's skills. So this card can only be KO'd through brute force. So this is going to be a very good card, unless your opponent does want to minus it to death, but they have to get enough cards to do so. If your leader has the Pride Troopers and special traits and your opponent's life is at 2 or more, you take 1 damage, then deal 1 damage to your opponent. Your leader is going to have the Pride Trooper trait because everything has every trait. So this card is going to be very good as a finisher for your deck. So be on the lookout. This is a rare card, so the possibility of pulling this is actually pretty high. Next we have Son Goku Mini. It's an SR. A 2 cost 20k body, but if your leader is awakened, this card gets an additional 10k power. So for 2, you're getting a 30k body. That's also a 10k combo. That also it's a self-awakener. It's a very good card. It is a forced self-awaken though, so you want to probably play this from 5 energy. Sorry, when you're at 5 life, play this, go down to 4, awaken, because you don't want to take life when you're too low of life, because it is mandatory. Next, we have the 2 cost 15k Go Tanks, 10k combo. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, so you don't have to take the life. But when attacking, you can draw a card and discard a card from hand. It is essentially cycling, which is very useful if you're looking for that one piece in your deck that you really need to win out the game, and you just have a bunch of cards at hand that are not usable. We got some more cards here with Galactic Donut, a 3 cost extra that allows you to draw 2 cards, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards, and you cannot attack during your opponent's next turn. For 3 energy in a sealed format, I think this card is pretty solid. It allows you to stall an opponent's big body next turn while searching through your deck. It's solid stuff. Next, we have Go Tanks, a 4 cost 30k body. If you have 10 or more cards in your drop area, this card gets an additional 5k power, which I think is solid. Then you have to place the top 2 cards of your deck when it's into your discard pile when it's played, but you do get to bottom deck an opponent's 3 cost or less, which I do believe people are going to be running a lot of 3 cost or less. So this card is going to be able to hit some targets, plus it's going to put you in a very, very good spot with just having a big beat stick. The problem is you may discard 2 cards that you really, really like that you may not be able to get back. So there's always that downside. Next, we have the Vegeta Mini, 2 cost 15k body. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand during your turn, this card gets an additional 5k power, so it's a 20k swinger. And when attacking, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards and reduce its cost by 2 for the turn. This one's going to be very situational depending on other cards. If you have cards that allow you to bottom deck or bounce cards that would have a specific cost of such and such or less, this card is going to be very, very good to put those cards into that particular area. Like with Future Trunks Leader, this would be a very good combo piece for it, allowing you to knock their 5 costs down to 3, which then you can use Trunks' ability to bounce those 5 costs back to hand. So it's pretty solid, but I think it's very situational. So it's there because I think it's a good card, but it's very situational with what type of leader you're running. Now we have some bigger bodies here. We have the Great Ape Vegeta 6 cost 40k body, double striker with 5k combo, so it does have combo power to work with, which is really, really cool. Most double strikers don't. On play, place 1 card from your energy into your drop area. If your leader has Saiyan and special traits, which it will, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 5 or less and KO it. So you are KOing a 5 cost body on your opponent's board and playing down a 40k double strike. I think that is very, very good. You may lose that energy, but you know what? You're fine. I think you're going to be solid. If you can get to 6 energy and play this, I think you're going to be good for the rest of the game. Next, you have the 3 cost Goku, 25k body. On attacking, if attacking a battle card with a cost of 4 or more, this card gets an additional 25k power for the battle. Then place 1 card from your energy into your drop area. So this is going to be good for those instances where your opponent has a really big body on board, because more than likely they're going to have a big body with an energy cost of 4 or more. You have a piece here that allows you to swing in to actually get rid of those, because you're not going to have a whole lot of removal. You're just mainly going to be attacking in with brute force. This card's going to be a very, very good card for that. Then at the end of your turn, if a card was placed into your drop area from your energy, from this card, draw 1 card and then add this card to your energy. So you're going to be able to put the energy right back there, and you're going to be able to draw a card. So I think it's solid. Next, we have 3 cost 30k Nappa. On play, you can choose one of 2 things. If you have no Vegeta battle card, this card cannot attack for the turn, which is fine. Its top ability, though, is a little bit more important, adding 1 card from your life to your energy and rest mode. This allows you to ramp energy a little quicker. On turn 3, if you're at like 7 or 6 life, you could play this, ramp life to energy, and I think you're still going to be fine. Plus, you're playing a 30k body. This is only good in the early game because you have to choose one of these 2 abilities. So if you don't want to ramp one, you're just not attacking with this card for the turn it's played. But I think it's usable. Next, we have King Goma, 3 cost 20k body. When attacking, on play, add to 1 card from your life to your hand. So it is a Self-Awakener. When attacking once per turn, switch this card to active mode. So essentially, it's a dual attack. I really like that. It's a lot of early game pressure. So, yeah, early game pressure, 3 cost 20 body. Vegeta, 35k. During your opponent's turn, this card gets an additional 15k power. So it is a huge body, being able to be a 50k defender. At the end of your turn, you may tap 1 energy, choose which of 2 of your opponent's rest mode battle cards, and they cannot switch to active mode during your opponent's next turn. This card is going to be very, very useful if you're trying to play a more control deck for the format, but just like I said, tapping 1 energy allows you to keep 2 of your opponent's rest mode cards in rest mode, so they can't attack. Solid stuff, and it's a rare, so it's a lot easier to get a hold of. And then you have the 3 cost Majin Buu. This one may be a little more situational, but it's a 25k body for 3, which allows you to KO one of your cards to draw 1 and possibly make your opponent discard 1. It's solid. If you pull a Bobbity card, this card gets even better, but I think it's just good stat line, and it can make your opponent discard a card. Solid. And I think here is the last page of like good cards to pull. You have Grade 8 Baby, 4 cost 30k body. On play up to 1 battle card with a cost of 2 or less from your hand. So it's free card play, which is really, really good. Anything free is always going to be good in this game. When attacking, choose it to 1 battle card with a cost of 3 or less and place it in its owner's combo area. So this will allow you to combo with your opponent's stuff. So if you swing in and you see your opponent has a 3-cost body or less on board, you can force your opponent to combo with that card, essentially removing it off the field. It's a solid card. It is an SR, so it is going to be a little harder to come by, but if you can pull it, I think this card is solid. Like I said, it also lets you free play a card. And of course, the secret rares. I think if you pull any of these secret rares, you're going to be doing very, very well. Both of them are 40k bodies. They both cost 6 to play, but you're more than likely going to get to 6. Goku just has an amazing ability, basically preventing the next damage you take, as well as every time he swings in, he clears board. Minusing 25k off everything on board is going to be detrimental. Then you have Vegito, who is just essentially a 40k swinger, but he can restand and swing for an additional 40 by milling the top 5 cards of your deck, as well as bouncing any card back to your opponent's hand. This one's going to be less situational because, God forbid, if you run out of cards in deck, and this card gets removed, you just lose. But this does have a little bit of a benefit of, of having a smaller deck, because if you minus out to 0, you're swinging in 50 every turn with this. But the problem is, it's now just a once per turn thing, because you can't mill the top 5. As far as I'm aware, that's how that would work. But let me know in the comments if that's not how it would work. And finally, just generic stuff here. Vanillas. Vanillas are going to be your best friend. You need to play a good amount of vanillas, because not only do they have low, they cost a very little to play, and they have good stat lines. They also usually have 10k combo power, so you want to be able to have as much combo power if possible. So vanillas are going to be your best friend. Next, you have your 1-drop cantrips, allowing you to search more through your deck, and usually at your turn 1 play is always going to be a cantrip. Solid stuff. And then, of course, your super combos. You can have as many super combos as you pull. So if you happen to pull like 5 super combos, hell, 8 super combos somehow, you would be allowed to play all of them. So these are going to be cards you want to hoard, and hopefully you pull at least 3 super combos. That's usually where you want to look at. But yeah, guys, that is it for the video today. Thank you so much for checking this out in preparation for the Ultra Limit pre-release this weekend. If you are excited for it, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if maybe I missed some cards that you think are going to be very, very good in this format. I would love to hear it. Let me know what your favorite leader that you're going to be playing in set 4 is, whether it's an old leader or a new leader. And I will catch you guys on the next episode. Take care, guys.